Anyway, compose yourself because we got a big story to cover today. Let's get into the news. Let's get into the first story, the only story really. The Xbox One has been released. No, it hasn't. It's been announced. And now for your favorite way to learn about the latest in gaming news, get ready to get funky. It's the SAMTIME News. And it's game time. Hello, welcome to the SAMTIME News. We've got the latest worst news on video games. I'm your host, Sam Tucker, aka SAMTIME. And this episode is brought to you by PAX Press Pass. We did it. SAMTIME's going to PAX. Yes, we've been approved for a media pass to go to PAX in July in Australia, so it's going to be fun. I've been tweeting it out. Got a tweet back from good old Cody, a fellow YouTuber who will also be covering the event. I liked his username. Videos are good, by the way. You should check him out. The username, what was it? brownheatxman. It's just funny for some reason, I don't know. Anyway, compose yourself because we got a big story to cover today. Let's get into the news. Let's get into the first story, the only story really. The Xbox One has been released. No, it hasn't. It's been announced. The Xbox. The announcement happened at Xbox's own campus, and a discombobulated Bill Gates had to be ushered off stage after a bit of a muddle. The Xbox One. Poor guy's gone senile. The Xbox One, not to be confused with the Xbox One, is being touted as the all-in-one entertainment system. I like how they didn't pull a Sony and they actually showed us what the console looks like. They didn't be so stingy like that. And I think they have kind of pulled off the look where it's more of like a home entertainment system, like a sandwich, rather than making it look like a gaming console per se. Anyway, let's talk about the features. Bring it on, Yusef.
Please welcome Yusef.
One of the cool things they showed off for the Xbox is how well the voice recognition worked.
Xbox on. Go to TV. Watch TV. Watch TV.
But then he ruined it.
Go to Internet Explorer.
Internet Explorer. I just want to snap Internet Explorer.
Xbox. Snap Internet Explorer.
And of course with the Kinect, along with the voice recognition, are the hand gestures, new minority port for like going home, doing this, doing that.
Here's an example of how I can get easily back to my home screen from anywhere in the system. I simply spread my hands, grab the screen, and I'm back home.
You taught us a few.
Grab and pan.
And more rudimentary ones like wiping our bottom.
Swipe up.
Swipe up. And grab. You don't grab.
Swipe up.
And of course with Microsoft owning Skype, they can really integrate Skype calls now into the new Xbox.
Hey DJ, thank you for calling in to help me show off Skype in Snap mode. Why don't you sit back and enjoy it? Skype end call.
It seems a bit silly to do a Skype call when you're watching a show because it's kind of like someone's called you, they want to talk to you, and you're just like,
Hi, Sam,
oh yeah.
thanks for,
And there's many other uses for the Snap feature, which comes from Windows 8, where you can have a separate app on the side.
Xbox, show fantasy. And now I get my fantasy players.
Xbox, show my fantasy. Unlimited sauce. Anyway, enough of that, dude. Let's talk about the specs. Bring on Mark Whitten.
I'd like to welcome Mark Whitten.
So rather than having one operating system, the Xbox operating system, the Xbox will now have three.
3 operating systems in one.
You have the Xbox for you playing the games, your Windows, Windows, and a third operating system which kind of swaps seamlessly between them. The interesting thing about having Windows on this machine is kind of the app compatibility which might be available for it. I mean, they already showed off that Hulu and Netflix work on it, both not available in Australia. And talking about cool things on the Xbox One which won't work in Australia, the whole live TV feature won't work in Australia day one. So the way it works now, or in America, you'd plug your cable box into the Xbox One's HDMI input, and then from that HDMI output into the TV from the Xbox One, so the Xbox One controls all your TV and stuff like that. But I think there's a lot fewer people on cable in Australia. Most people watch free-to-air TV because we got a pretty good range. And the system kind of works differently or something.
Swipe up.
So there's no actual TV tuner in the Xbox One. It won't replace your cable box or set-top box, whatever you have. It's just a different device, which is kind of silly because I say it's your all-in-one device. It's this Xbox, but you still need to plug other stuff into it. For Australia anyway, I'll assume they're going to release something similar to the PlayStation Play TV. There's a fantastic device. I think it's released in Australia, maybe some European countries, where you plug your TV into that and your PlayStation becomes your own PVR. It's a great system. And it's been out for a while. Take note, Xbox. They did. The new Kinect has been souped up with a HD camera 1080p video capture. More accurate motion sensing, it has infrared so it can see in the dark, and most disturbingly, it can even detect your heartbeat.
It can read your heartbeat.
I mean, that's a little insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain! And the Kinect will recognize your voice and your face, so you say Xbox on and it'll automatically log in as you. The controller's been revamped to be kind of more ergonomic and better sticks. And there's something about feedback triggers where the actual triggers vibrate, which is interesting, because then like in a shooting game, different guns can have different vibrations or All sorts of interesting ideas. And they fixed the goddamn D-pad. It's no longer just a dinner plate, just pivoting on a stick. They actually made it look like a D-pad. I mean, the D-pad isn't really a D, though, is it? I mean, a directional pad. I got it, just got it. Shush. Smart glass will work really well, where you can have your tablet or phone work in compatibilization with the Xbox One. And they also said all these systems are going to work together. You connect your voice and the controller and your smart glass all together. Xbox, go home, grab, swipe up. Your game saves will save up in the cloud, which is very nifty. And it's also going to have video game capture mode, where you're capturing your footage and all that, sort of like the PS4. Very good. It's becoming standard. And another guy from EA came on stage to try and woo us by saying EA are going to make the same games they've always made.
We're developing 4 games for Xbox One: FIFA, Madden NFL, NBA Live, and UFC.
They're really going to make another FIFA? Better tweet this. Exclusive. And then they blabbed on about some EA Ignite, where like real world stats affect game stats and stuff. All boring sport shit. Another game was shown off, Quantum Break, in which the trailer depicts real live action juxtaposed to gaming footage. And I hope the game's not like this, because I really think it's jarring when you have live action and then such a CG world. Like, you're suspending your disbelief, so you're trapped in that CG world and it's all believable. But then if you mix match it with the real world, it kind of just becomes silly. I only do that if you're going to make it awesome, like that Wing Commander game.
Yes.
Another initiative by Microsoft is Xbox Entertainment Studios, where they want to make the Xbox a water cooler.
Xbox is about to become the next water cooler.
They want to dominate that water cooler market.
Dominate!
Evidently, the announcer lady Nancy thought it was Bring a Friend Day.
Please welcome my friend.
And she brought on her own friend, Steven Spielberg.
Mr. Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, Steven Spielberg's going to direct a whole exclusive Halo short films on the Xbox One. It's kind of like, I think, how Netflix have House of Cards exclusively on Netflix. So they kind of got their own sort of awesome director making an awesome game series into a hopefully awesome short series thing. Call of Duty Ghosts will have better arm hair and graphics. Your new companion will be of the canine variety, Superdog. He's so lovable. But really what I wanted was this Metal Gear Solid-esque ROBO-DOG.
Yeah, ROBO-DOG.
Alas, I will have to wait. They've also got better AI.
Added an AI system to it. So we have fish.
And they've gone all out with the writing. They got the guy who wrote Traffic to write the game. Hate that guy. His work after that was that drug crime you get arrested for. Trafficking. Seriously though, there are some kind of cool features in the new Call of Duty Ghosts, such as the multiplayer. They're going to have dynamic maps where things fall and you can create things that happen and logs, and more customization, which I don't know how deep I'll get into that. I kind of like the randomness of Call of Duty because everyone has a fair, you don't stick out like a sore thumb or you don't blend in like a super stealth mode. I don't know if that'll create some sort of unfairness if you get to customize your character, but we'll find out. So that's the Xbox One coming out later in 2013 worldwide, except for the half of the features which won't be released outside the US, but worldwide. Just before I go, a couple of things. The Kinect will always have to be connected to the new Xbox One or else it won't work, and also you have to keep pinging the internet every now and then to play. Cheers. So let me know your opinion of the Xbox One and how it compares to the PS4. I think I might do another video kind of comparing them. Anyway, click on my face to subscribe. Stay tuned for Funky Time. SAMTIME, signing off. Subscribe today. Funky Time. Xbox.
Oh, the Xbox. Xbox.
Xbox.
Oh, the Xbox. Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox.
Xbox. Xbox is good.
Tweeting it out, got a tweet back by Cody, another YouTuber who will also be at the event. I like his username on the site. It's what was it? Need some freaking lubrication. Need some lube, and so does my chair. Alright. The Xbox One, not to be confused with the Xbox One, was shown off at the event. They actually showed what it looked like, which is better than the f***ing shit.
Xbox, go home.
Like the shit I did last night. A massive
Swipe up. Dominate!